Hi, I'm Shakti here at Shoshoni, and we're just gearing up for a great level 2 teacher training, which includes a lot of hip work. So I wanted to show some exercises that are great for stabilizing the hips and warming up the joints to prepare for some of these deeper hip opening postures. So to begin, you can lay on your side, and you might want a blanket in case your hips are a little bonier or the floor is really hard. It just helps kind of cushion against the floor. And come to lying on your side with the knees bent about 90 degrees and the top hip stacked over the bottom one. You can support your head in your hand or nestle it in the arm, whatever feels more comfortable for you. I prefer to prop my head up. And then the first exercise we'll practice is called clams. So it works at external rotators for the hips. And to practice this, just lightly draw in on the belly to stabilize through your core. And as you inhale, separate the top knee away from the bottom one. Exhale to release the top knee back down, and then repeat. So inhale to lift, and exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. And as you lift, if the external rotators are tight, you might find that the top hip wants to come off center from the bottom. If that happens, just bring it forward, stack it over the bottom hip, even if it means the knee can't lift as high. To work the internal rotators, there's a practice called flippers. And here you connect the knees and separate just the ankles. So on an inhale, with knees connected, lift the top ankle away from the bottom one, and then exhale to release back down. Inhale to lift, and exhale to lower. And the same thing here, if your internal rotators are tight, you might find that the top hip comes forward as the ankle lifts. Just bring it back, stack it over the bottom hip, even if it means that the foot can't lift as high. And as you work through these movements, think that slower is stronger. Try to feel the strength of the hip rotators working to create this movement. And then a great release from this stretch can be to straighten both legs, extend the bottom arm, and let your head rest on the bicep. And then inhale, lift the top arm and the top leg, extending the toes and the fingers to the opposite sides of the room. For a nice inner thigh exercise, you can cross the top leg over the bottom one, either resting the foot on the floor, or if that's a little tight for the outside of the hip, you can rest the knee and the foot on the floor as well. Point the bottom toes, pull the belly in, and inhale, lifts the bottom foot away from the floor. Exhale to release it down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. And to really get into those muscles, you can inhale, lift, keep the toes pointed, and draw circles with the toes like you're tracing the outside of a Coke can. Maybe here it's like a Hansen's soda. And then reverse the direction of the circles. And it's okay if it feels shaky or if you're tracing a watermelon at first. This just means you know where you can work in your practice. As you're ready, release the bottom leg down, and you might take a nice couch pose to stretch the top hips out, drawing the knee up towards the shoulder. And then release the legs, return up to center, and you can switch sides and repeat this with the other leg. Hope that helped.